You know what? I didn't really see it going down like this, but here we are. A brother just on a YouTube channel. What's up, y'all? You know what I'm saying? This is the Soul Show. Thanks for tuning in. We're just going to talk about transformations. You know what I'm saying? Transformations, just in general, right? As it relates to life, as it relates to YouTube, here you go. Now, the top transformations is what I'm thinking of right now. Top transformation that makes you think of, well, I feel like there's a joke that's probably too obvious to put in here, right? That has to do with Caitlyn Jenner. So I'm just going to skip that. And let's just talk about other transformations like gym transformation. Now, gym transformation, I feel like we're a little bit desensitized to that now. Because, you know, a lot of times they pack in like a whole gym transformation that usually takes 3 years all into a 35 to 45 second reel, right? They skip all the, you know, the changes in nutrition that you have to do, the chef that, if you got the money to pay for it, doing that, the work that you put in every day, the sleep that you actually got to get, and the selfishness that you have to make in order to make that change. And, you know, with the combination of the reels and us being desensitized, that's probably why Ozempic is just really popping right now. You know what I'm saying? Which, have y'all seen that? I don't, let me know, but it seems like there's side effects to it. So it'll be on one of those. Have you had mesothelioma? Well, if you also had Ozempic, this is probably what you have. You know, it might be on one of them things years from now. But yeah, that's why we need to focus on a longer version, right, of transformation. And that's why I think of Pimp My Ride. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you guys remember that. It's 30 minutes, a little longer, right? 18 minutes if you don't count the commercial breaks. Now, and that's a good enough time right there, just on the edge of what our attention span could actually stomach before we just, you know, with our thumb just automatically scrolling, swiping and stuff like that, looking at just cheeks and just mind ride, I think is what they call it now. Now, if you guys don't remember, Pimp My Ride was when they took a hoopty and turned it into somewhat of the luxury of a Benz, right? When they put like a little fish tank in the subwoofer for no reason. But now, I think, honestly, even Pimp My Ride is now tainted. It could be looked at like somewhat of a scam to us viewers because I think they pulled the curtains behind and there was a little expose on how some of the folks didn't even get to keep the whips, or they put all the stuff in the car and then they ended up just taking it away. And you know what? Should we be surprised? I don't know. Yeah, just the trust of the people just gone. So let's look at something more so of a realistic, like the real life transformation, or at least a lot of the experience in that transformation. That's what makes me think of hiking. Now, hiking, it varies based on your preparation. Am I right? Because if you wing it in terms of a hike, right, especially, you know, the real hike, if you're in the Midwest, right, out in Colorado, or I don't know what it's like in Utah or maybe northern parts of Arizona, but, you know, you really got to prepare. If you wing it and you out there in just like regular shoes, and you just got just light gym clothes, maybe some shorts and things like that, you could really mess up, dog. You could mess up because you might, you know, pull up on some rain and it's muddy and cold, right? As opposed to if you stay ready so that you do not have to get ready, you prepare, you check the weather, right? Prematurely select a date in which you are going to hike. Then you'll have the proper clothes, gear, food. Oh, gosh, this paper got wet, so I can't see what I wrote. But, yeah, then you'll be getting the strains of bud. And you'll be getting strains of bud. I wrote some notes, but water got to it, and it was like a week ago that I wrote this. But you'll be getting high, altitude-wise, if you prepare. You know what I'm saying? But I guess what I was trying to say is that if you prepare, you could even roll some bud or something. It seemed like there was a rhyme here, but nonetheless, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Right? That's what I'm talking about. If you're trying to make transformation, trying to make some change, especially as it relates to hike. Because here's another quote, right? It's not the destination, it's the journey. It's not the destination, it's the journey. It's not fake news. It's not the destination, it's the journey, people. So it really doesn't matter how you say it or who says it. It's true. It's not the destination, it's the journey, baby. So when I'm saying that, specifically, premature ejaculation. Think about it. It's not the destination, it's the journey, right? See, the real experience of transformation is during the grind. Wait, I think that was a metaphor. So, hey, that was a metaphor. I guess we're not talking about actual what I just said. But the real experience of transformation is doing the work, the grind, the long hours, the late nights, right? The early mornings, the reaching that moment of I didn't expect her twerk wind to smell like that. You know what I'm saying? Because anatomically, right, where the beauty is, the booty is, right? Okay. Maybe when it came to the premature, maybe I actually was talking about that. Maybe it wasn't a metaphor. Maybe it's a metaphor and real life. Okay, let's just say it's both. Okay, now transformation. Let's now talk about YouTube again. All right, I'll clean that metaphor up later. Now with this YouTube thing that I'm doing right now, I've had this YouTube channel since 2007, my bro, 2007, and this is before YouTube even had ads. Right, didn't even have ads. If you missed Flavor of Love when Pumpkin had like spit on New York, if you missed it, you could actually see it on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like on the bootleg, just yeah. And it would be ad free too. It would be ad free. Now, if of course nowadays, yeah, that definitely would be copyrighted. You probably can't post the VH1 replay on there. But just a different time, you could still, like, a lot of people just would be creating, man. Stuff would go viral. Wait, what? Viral. But I think I combined it because I'm about to say unforgivable. Unforgivable, man. That unforgivable waffle fries. I don't even know what it was about, but the black and white noir kind of video, it was just popping. And I don't know, it was just so hilarious, to watch the unforgivable video. What other things? They had the mystery team. Right, with Donald Glover, he was up on there. Some strange stuff. So the mystery team, the twerk team, right? You know what I'm saying? Lady Luscious. What's the other one's name? R.I.P. Betty Butt. Miss Twerk something. Yeah, they was on. They was on there too. You know what I'm saying? Timothy De La Ghetto. You know what I'm saying? Chantarangsu. Now is what it go by, but Daystorm, like just a lot of folks, man, and they really watching their videos made you want to create, right? Not necessarily the twerking side of things, but yeah, just the comedy and things like that. So in college, right, freshman year, a brother was running track at the good old C to the S to the U, and yes, first season outdoor, just spring, rainy, cold day. You know how it is in the 303. Man, your boy was tight. I was ready. I was a little tight, but I was fit to go fast, man. I'm telling you, dog. I was probably going to run like a 10.5 for real because I was lifting and stuff like that. A brother started to get the stretch marks on the booty. I was like, I have never seen this before. Tiger stripes. I was feeling strong, man. I was about to go in, but I was a little bit tight, you know what I'm saying? Mama mentality, before mama mentality was popping, and yeah, I was about to go get it, but yeah, whatever, it happened. Pulled my hamstring, and but hey, my mind was already set on coming back. Right, I was about to come back. I was like, you know what? Look at the mindset. We're gonna be hamstrong next time. So I remember early Facebook days creating a hamstrong group, akin to the Armstrong, Lance Armstrong. He went by Armstrong with the bands. So I was like, hey, hamstrong, let's do that. So it's before the cheating was revealed. But I remember put like memes on memes before the memes were popping at that time. And then I remember why I'm even telling you this is because on YouTube I had put the race footage on there, slapped a little DMX instrumental of Slippin', and even wrote like a little couple tracks for it, like a little emotional side of things on the outlook and on the comeback. And then I even had like a little hype track, what I'm saying? I remember I was gonna take that Rick Ross beat, the I'm the biggest boss that you've seen thus far, but like make it like I'm the biggest track star that you've seen thus far. But I didn't ever finish it. I think like a lot of things that happened to me in life, that's my thing I'm working on, trying to finish strong. But yeah, so that anyway, I had uploaded to YouTube, and that's why I did that like in 2007. So man, I was trying to get that comeback. Never really got the comeback that I wanted. You know, a lot of things had changed. The coach that made me want to go there, man, they just made some changes. I don't know why he left, but instead of just coaching the sprinters and jumpers, he went from like no sprinters, but just coaching the jumpers, and now coaching the multi-athletes is really tough. He was cool coach. He did say the N-word one time, which was really confusing, you know what I'm saying? Just I don't know how to say this, but you know, just stuff white people do where they're like, "Oh, I didn't know I didn't know I couldn't say that," you know. So I was like, "Oh gosh!" But instead, then they replaced him with a coach that was going to coach the sprinters, and he was just super beta guy, just a beta, just beta coach. Good guy, but just opposite of my mentality. You know what I'm saying? To where it's just like, man, like. Trying to think of an example where it's just imagine just like, hey, we went from Phil Jackson to now Luke Walton. You know what I mean? Nothing against Luke Walton. You know what I'm saying? He brought the chips to LA. But so I had a new coach over the course of the years, new major, new crushes, you know what I'm saying? Different injury, new crutches. Eventually broke my foot, new challenges, and just new stories that I'll probably, you know, save for later to kind of show up on here. But throughout that time, my brother definitely became a spectator. Years went by. I watched a lot of folks bringing it back to YouTube, just going from like a small channel, and you see the blow up civilization of them, and you get to see the different niches. And I went down so many different rabbit holes on YouTube. I'm like looking at fragrances and stuff like that. I'm looking at turtle soup being made. Just wow, just a lot of stuff on YouTube where it's like 2025, bring it down now. You know, you got to wait 90 seconds, you know what I'm saying, just to skip the ad. You know, just a lot of things have changed. People done came up, and throughout that time, I'm thinking like, hey, why not me? You know what I'm saying? I got next. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm, you know, without coming quick to transform, I'm going to put in that work and grind, you know, late nights, early mornings, right? You catch the little metaphors there, the sneaky stuff. But yeah, and be grinding, you know, early mornings. And is that coffee? No, that's that funky twerk wind. You feel me? That's that funky twerk wind. And I'm going to be at the top, you know what I'm saying? Because anatomically, right next to the beauty is the booty, right? Because after all, it's not the destination, it's the journey. Catch a vibe, subscribe, baby. If you caught all the little metaphors there, like, comment, and then comment actually what your transformation process is that you're working on right now. And much love to y'all, and peace out, baby.